Corn fed Sunday. We're back.
9:32 p.m.
Yes. Oh yeah, you're in
Central.
Where do you still live in Denton? Where do you live?
No, I live in Plano.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, with the Iranians.
Oh, it's just the poor whites in West Plano.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what is it? Not genetic makeup. I guess it is genetic. Ethnic. The ethnic makeup is of Plano. It's just the only two people I've ever met.
Well, there is a lot of Middle Eastern people, but in West Plano, dude, it's just the pores.
Yeah. There's like a lot of heroin there, isn't there?
Oh, dude, the best. The best.
Yeah, because the only people I've met that are from Plano who grew up there.
Dude, they got that shit that make you see babies crawling on the ceiling. That fucking, let me get some of that Ewan fucking McGregor shit.
You got the train spotting heroin?
Yeah.
You got Scottish heroin?
Hey, if I call ICE on myself, do I just get to go to Italy for free? Because it might be worth it.
That's the deal that Trump proposed to.
First class tickets?
Yeah. He said you can self-deport and we'll send you to Sicily on the taxpayer dime.
Hell yeah, dude. It might be worth it, honestly.
Yeah, the ice truck pulls up and you hear like, oh, it's the spaghetti man.
Will you boys wait for me to pack?
Yeah, dude. Cheyenne texted me.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, asked me, he's like, hey, how's it going, man? He checks in every now and then. He's a good friend.
He is. He's like one of those people where you think he might have a dark secret because of how nice he is.
Yeah, I think he's had like a couple of DUIs, but he's on he's on the straight and narrow.
Like he'll fight you if you like push him.
Maybe, I don't know. He told me one time he did have like his wild years, but he's like a pretty upstanding dude. He's got to be a dad.
A fucking fruit fly flew up my nose, and now I can't stop thinking about it.
That hurts.
I fucking hate fruit flies.
What about vegetable flies?
Well, as opposed to regular flies, like regular flies will kind of buzz around a couple. They do some warning dives. A couple warning dives, you can shoo them away. A fruit fly comes so close to you and like lands on you and just insists upon itself. You end up smacking yourself in the face, bro. Like,
you ever be at the pool and get clapped by a horsefly?
No, thank God.
Really?
I heard they bite though, huh?
Yeah, it feels like somebody's slapping the shit out of you. Like the way they bite you, like whatever
I hate
they're doing.
So much. It's so stupid that we haven't just figured out a way to eliminate bugs.
Dude, me and Crack have talked about this on Crowder Boys. That bugs is scary. We said this.
Why don't they just start, like, we should start aggressively poaching animals to their extinction.
We do that.
Kick it up a notch. I want incentives, rewards. There needs to be an incentive program. Like, we could wipe out ants.
By the way, you want to watch some Emerald?
Legazi?
Yeah, Legazi.
Yeah?
Yeah, you want to see what Emerald's doing now?
Okay.
Have you ever watched this might be like a cooking show format that I'm just not familiar with. The only other guy I've seen do this is, you ever watch that Bert Kreischer cooking show?
Yeah, it sucks.
Where it sucks, but he invites like friends of his to his kitchen and then cooks like a shitty meal while they just sit there.
I hate that concept, bro.
Well, Emerald does that, but his is good. Emerald's is good.
Okay, I like Emerald.
Let's see them here.
He's Italian.
He is, yeah. Bam. But he lives in.
I think he's actually Greek.
He lives in
I think he's actually Greek, but we'll claim him. You know what I mean?
Louisiana.
Once he got famous, Italians started claiming him. Hey, he's Italian.
Well, hold on. Well, let's look it up. What is Emerald early life? Let's see. Dude, I love Emerald. Dude, I watched Emerald all the time when I was a kid. Dreaming of pots and pans of my own.
Not gonna be all right if it's askew.
Let's see.
I don't feel
He
like I'm
was
sitting at
born
12
in
o'clock.
1959, so he's 65. Early life, here we go. Emerald John Legazi III was born on October 15, 1959, Fall River, Massachusetts. Sal, I hope you're ready for a motherfucking curveball on Emerald, dude.
He's German.
You're not even. There's no way.
I know he's not actually Italian. We just claim him.
There's no way you're going to be able to guess what he actually is.
Jewish.
That's why I was checking the early life to see if that was the case, but no, dude.
Iranian.
Dude, his father, Emerald John Legazi Jr., was from Quebec, and his mother, Hilda Medeiros, was from Portugal.
Wow.
He's Portuguese.
Yeah. But when he's making that chicken palm, you know?
Yeah, when he's making the chicken palm.
I think it's because he's just so New York and he looks dark, you know, that everyone's just like, oh.
Dog, I don't even think he's ever even been to New York.
No, he's a New Yorker.
No, he's from Massachusetts.
What the fuck? Is this like Bernstein Bears?
This is like Bernstein Bears, dude.
Emerald Legazi has always been like a big New York chef, right?
No, because when he was on the Food Network, he was already living in Louisiana at that time.
That's fucking nuts, bro.
Yeah, he just talks that way, I guess, because he heard it in movies.
Yeah, play a clip of this guy from back in the day. I gotta see this. I remember my parents like revered, like they would all like, oh, you see him?
Emerald's the fucking man. I love Emerald, dude. Let's watch this. Let's see what he's doing now. Because you would think that his YouTube channel is not as big as you think it'd be. It's 121,000 subscribers, so he's really falling off.
It sucks.
But dude, I fucking love Emerald. Folks, thanks for tuning in.
Well, I guess now to be a chef, you have to be like intense, like really intense and mean. That's like you got to yell at people.
But thanks for tuning in. This is Corn Fed with me and Sal. This is the Sunday Corn Fed. We're back.
And
we're gonna spend the next probably, I guess, like 7.5 minutes watching Emerald Legazi. Hit the super chats.
Anybody watch Oz?
Yeah, those are oyster mushrooms. The ones on your right are called pink oysters. The ones in your hand are called.
You look like he's got like a.
There's just different colors to a lot of oyster mushrooms, basically.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have gold.
You just brought me something.
Awesome.
What the fuck?
So what we want to do is we just want to again clean the mushroom from the stem.
It's a little bit tougher.
Yeah,
I tougher agree. Texture at the end right there, but it has a lot of flavor. So
it's very meaty.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
But you can see that stem, what Cyrus is just saying, is a little tough. This is going to be great mushroom.
Damn, he just broke the lips off that pussy.
Maggie can tell you, we use a lot of these at the
restaurant.
Yeah, what is this, like shaved pussy meat?
We're going to go in with our mushrooms assorted. We're going to add a little bit of butter, real simple. And we're going to season them with a little bit of salt. We'll come back and re-season them. Little pepper. This is going to be the mushroom dish now for our scallops.
Looking good.
Nice assortment of Maggie's mushrooms.
Those pink mushrooms have a really bold flavor too. So
I bet your fucking mushroom has a bold flavor, bitch.
Market, you know, less is more for people who were trying to get back into eating mushrooms again.
Ooh.
I don't really understand why.
She looks like a cigarette smoker.
Mushrooms, because there's nothing scary about them.
I know we didn't like mushrooms before we even started growing mushrooms. Because we've never had any.
What's Ari Shafir doing on this show, by the way?
You said it right there.
I think it sounds like her husband is gay.
People only knew button.
Doesn't he look like Ari?
Right.
And then shiitakes came.
A little bit. He's lanky and has a beard.
And people stopped right there. In their head, they just stopped with those three mushrooms, right? And they didn't let their imagination think about how beautiful the different textures and the different mushrooms, particularly for Maggie's mushrooms, are. You see? It absorbed all of that oil.
Oh, yeah.
Don't freak out. That's what mushrooms
Don't
do.
fuck around with
they get thirsty.
Why is he appropriating a fucking New York accent?
I don't, yeah.
While that's happening,
the accent.
with the head of cauliflower.
It's hilarious now.
I don't know why he talks.
I got a little pot of water on here.
You know what? I do kind of hear the Massachusetts
cauliflower and
his
stop
voice.
blanching the cauliflower. There's no button mushrooms in this repertoire, folks. Okay?
There's no button mushrooms.
You can see right here the beauty, and when you have the quality of what these guys are producing, it makes it so easy to just
Now take a
cook
look at my
beautiful
mushroom.
food when you have incredible
What do you think of
ingredients.
this? You want to taste?
So,
you want to taste this
The
mushroom?
cauliflower that I was blanching, it's
Your
really
Usually
like,
husband here
couples
won't
cooking?
mind.
it's
Well,
like
he's teaching
it's
couples how to cook.
Right.
soft.
No,
Gotcha.
I
so
saved some of the cooking
hold
wood
on. I'm guessing
well.
what's happening here because the video didn't really provide any context. We were just kind of dropped in, which, literarily speaking, what they teach you in first year writing classes, this is what's known as in media res, when you begin in the middle of an action. But just I suppose like
I was gonna say, there's no way we watched 28 minutes already.
no, yeah, but just like deriving from the context of what they've said so far, what I
Yeah,
am,
can we get an old school Emerald Bam compilation?
yeah, we'll do that. But I'm guess like what I'm guessing
Yeah, the chat hates
going on
this.
here. What I've been able to glean from what they've said is that and this may be the sort of thesis of this program, is like he brings in like some kind of food producers. So these are professional I don't know what you would call them, mushroomiers, mycologiers. So these are people who grow mushrooms, like they produce the actual fungi, right? You following me, Sal?
Yeah, I used to be a fun guy, and then I got married. Bam!
Bam! So yeah, so I don't think they are chefs or he's teaching them how to cook necessarily. He's taking their product, the mushrooms they grow, and preparing a dish with it. And like just while they're there drinking, looks like rum and cokes, I guess. So I think that's what's
It's
happening.
Diet Coke.
You think it's just a Diet Coke in a highball glass?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Actually, no, she looks like a drinker.
Yeah, she looks
That
like a
bitch
drinker.
looks twice divorced.
Yeah, she looks leathery and he looks smooth.
She looks like she's been used and put to bed wet.
Rode hard and put
That's
away
it.
wet.
Mm-hmm. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, look at that bitch.
He looks like he's been rode gay and put away gay.
That's probably how their whole relationship works.
Yeah, it seems like she's sort of the master and commander of the relationship. And,
Masturbator and commander.
Yeah, and
Do you remember that Family Guy joke?
Yeah.
We now return to Masturbator and Commander.
Folks,
Sir,
remember
what do
that?
we do? He's like, "Oh,
Remember
just a
the
minute."
time they remembered the time on Family Guy? Well, let's see where this goes. Let's see where this homosexual man and his
Look at how he looks and sits. He looks gay.
you know, let's see let's see how they carry out this facade that is their marriage as Emerald prepares mushrooms for
He
them.
secretly wants to get bammed by Emerald.
He does want Emerald to kick it up a notch in his ass. He wants to
Look where he's
bam.
looking.
He wants
She's
to get
looking at the
bammed in
mushrooms.
his
Where's he
ass
looking?
by Emerald.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with some salt, white pepper. And the reason why I'm using white pepper is because what color is the cauliflower?
White.
White. So if you want to have black specks in
Hey
it,
Sal, I do got to admit, I don't know if you know this, but there's an old axiom when it comes to cooking. Do you know what it is?
Just keep it separated.
There's that, yes. But what they're talking about, when you're in the kitchen, if it ain't white, it ain't right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If it ain't white, it ain't rice.
If it ain't, that's also I guess unless it's brown.
Yeah, well,
When it comes to rice.
that's
But
true.
as far as the people allowed in the kitchen, y'all go to the kitchen out in the quarters.
He's about to explain.
Yeah.
go ahead, knock your
Yeah.
lights out. Not going to bother me. I'm going to use a little bit of butter. And then I'm going to get this thing going.
Paul Dean over here with the butter.
I'm starving.
And I'm going to use a little bit
Tito,
of the cooking
dude.
liquid now.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what you blanched it in, the water.
That's what I blanched it in, water and
Gotcha.
butter.
This is Golden Girls.
And when I start hearing it puree, I can stop.
Gotcha. Just a little bit.
And then I can get it the thickness that I want.
Ooh, that looks
Or
good.
the thinness that
Very
I want.
true.
By just adding a little bit more of the cooking liquid.
I love a good
I don't
cauliflower
want it
mash.
too thin because this is really what's going to be one of the components for the scallop dish. So I'm going to turn this off now. We'll let that be. It'll stay warm. Those sauteed mushrooms, the regular sauteed mushrooms that we had, I'm going to add some olive oil to my skillet. And I'm going to go in with shallots. Now, if you don't have shallots, you could use red onion.
That, by the way, that olive oil he's using
Cost $37 a bottle.
Yeah, it costs $37 a bottle, and it's a lot like myself, extra virgin.
Some ham, just regular ham, not tasso, just regular ham. Once we get the flavor going on of that, folks, what we're going to do now, we're going to make a little sauce. A little bit of cream.
Oh,
Sherry.
Oh, I like cream.
Sherry.
Mushrooms and sherry are another great combination.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Mushrooms and
Jesus,
Madeira are
this
a
guy's
great
so
combination. I can't really
Yeah, this
tell
marriage
you
is
what's not a
fucking
great
sham.
combination with
I
mushrooms.
know, right?
That's the versatility of what it is. Then I have a little bit of stock, some fresh thyme. I'm going to add now a little salt and a little bit of white pepper,
Okay.
a little bit. And then we're going to let this sort of reduce. Let's let it reduce. The mushrooms are already sauteed. So it's like we were talking about at the break. We don't want to kill the mushrooms.
That's one of his, by the way, I watch a lot of Emerald. That's one of his, like, verbal tics. Like, something he may not even be aware that he does. He always will throw in the words "sort of." Did you hear him say that just now? He said, "We'll let this sort of reduce."
well, now I'm gonna listen for it.
Yeah, it's one of those like speaking patterns. It drives me fucking crazy because I feel like he's saying it just to as a filler words, like he's not even thinking about it, and so I don't think it's accurate to what he's actually doing. Or maybe it is. That's the thing. In some instances, it might be what he's actually doing. Is he needs to sort of reduce it, but not completely reduce it, or not reduce it too much. Just sort of. But he says it so much that I don't know. I don't know what to believe. Reality itself is in question when dealing with Emerald Legazi.
Right.
We just want to enhance the flavor. So let this reduce down. We'll come back to this in a second. These mushrooms are going to go in now, and we're going to start to lightly coat them, not kill them, just lightly coat them. I have beautiful scallops. We're going to season them with just a little bit of salt, a little bit of white pepper. And then what I'm going to start with, Cyrus, is I'm going to start with a little bit of olive oil.
What's happening?
And then we're going to go right in there.
She's excited
You're flipping them too.
Yeah. See, I'm going with the seasoned side.
because her homosexual
Down first.
husband hasn't.
Now what we're going
Flip
to
me,
do is
Daddy.
go in and
Yeah,
season the
this
other
is
side.
as close as she's
with
getting
salt and
to
white pepper.
having
The thing
her
about scallops is that
middle-aged
they're delicate like a
pussy
mushroom.
fucked.
You don't have to cook them to death.
I'll tell you what, this is shaping up to be a
Right.
good
Let
meal.
me show you a little trick of what we're going to do.
This
We're
does
gonna
look good.
check on our scallops first. See, we should have a nice color like that, not blasted.
Nice crust.
And you just want to flip them over. Oh, baby.
Is this
baby.
the episode
yeah.
before Vito gets whacked?
You can
Right.
see that the center is still a little bit opaque.
Yeah.
Johnny Cakes is
Once
about
we
to
start
walk in
getting
and
that
kiss him
color,
on the
We're going
lips.
to add some butter.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Yeah, watch this.
This is
Yes,
what he
I'm
was
watching.
doing up in
We're going to add a little bit of the
Yeah, in New
tarragon.
Hampshire.
yeah.
Just a little flavor. But then the trick is when the butter starts melting like it is. Now what we're doing is we're coming with that butter and we're just basting
yeah.
them. Oh,
Oh,
Looks delicious.
little simplicity going a long way.
Mhm.
They're like singing. They're so happy.
right.
You know what, Emerald? I've never had a scallop before.
Really?
Yeah. I just
Why don't you
realized.
feed me
I can't
one?
wait.
I can't either.
I can't wait, especially with your mushrooms. I'm
It's
going
a
with the
joke.
cauliflower
What?
mash.
Oh, yes, I forgot about all that.
I'm going
Yeah,
in
the chat's
with a
on
delicious
fire, bro.
scallop.
Dude, the chat is carrying the show.
And now I'm going in.
We're just watching Emerald, dude.
For Maggie's mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And Cyrus, too.
There you go.
They're Maggie's.
How much would you pay for that in a restaurant, though?
Look at that. Look at how beautifully
I guess it
cooked that
depends
is.
on what
Cyrus,
city you're
since you
in.
haven't had a scallop, get a little bit
Isn't
of
that sad?
your mushrooms, a little bit of the puree.
You know what? Here's the thing. I bet like the kind of restaurant that would have that kind of dish, like I bet if you went to his restaurant in New Orleans, first off, it's probably one of those restaurants that when you look at the menu, all the prices don't have a dollar sign in front of them. You ever been to a restaurant like that?
Yeah.
Where it's just numbers and no dollar sign?
Yeah. How do I know what? Chocolate kisses? Yes. Dollars.
Yeah. What am I? Yeah, am I paying you in fucking roses? What is this? Craigslist back pages? How do I pay for this? So yeah, that's the first thing. Is it's one of those restaurants where there's no dollar sign, which I guess signifies that money is no option. Money is no matter here at Emerald's. You can afford it if you're here.
Isn't that the expression? Money's no object.
Money is no object. That's right. Money is an option, but it's no object.
Yeah.
But I would say at if you went to his restaurant in New Orleans, that this mushroom and scallop dish would probably be
$60.
I was gonna say like $42.
Yeah, between 40 and 60.
I would say it's over 40 and under 55. So anywhere between $40 and $55 conservatively.
It's like a cool 58.
Maybe it's a cool 58. I don't know. But yeah, I would say it's definitely over $40. And I think a lot of that is probably due to the name, like you're at Emerald's. Whereas if you went to like Uncle Papa Papa Pee-Poo Doo-Doos across the street.
Uncle Papa Doo-Doos right across the street.
Hey,
at Shuck and Drive, we're gonna have scallops.
We will have scallops at Shuck and Drive, the drive-through oyster bar that we're working on.
We're trying to get off the ground.
Yeah, we're trying. Yeah, we're just right now. It's an idea, and we're trying to get investors. So hit the super chats if you want.
Yeah, what's up with the super chat button today?
Drive through oysters. You do have to shuck them yourself, but we'll provide the tools necessary to do.
You can't have people sliding their arms into a 500-degree oven.
What is that from?
Seinfeld.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so at Emerald's it would be like $42, but then if you go across the street to like the hometown, been there forever, local Cajun eatery, Uncle Papa Doo-Doos, it would probably be like, just due to inflation, $15 for some scallops. Well, let's see how this shakes out.
It melts in your mouth. It's so delicious.
And you know what, guys?
Jesus Christ.
It's really good. It's
that
not
mushroom flavor is just popping.
Right.
Oh yeah,
It is.
The mushroom flavor is just
Maggie's
popping.
mushrooms. They're magical.
That's good, man. That's good stuff.
The big casino.
Yep.
That's enough of that.
Yeah, that was cool. Apparently the mushroom flavor is just popping.
Y'all be washing your chicken?
No.
I've never washed chicken before.
No, you're not supposed to do that. You're just gonna fucking splatter fucking chicken juices everywhere and
How did that start?
Everybody gonna get their tummy sick. Well, I've heard that it's like some
Black
kind
thing.
of I've heard it's definitely a black thing, but
Yeah,
I've
you
heard
gotta wash
sort
your
of
You don't wash your chicken.
you don't wash your damn chicken. White people be letting their dogs lick their faces and they ain't washing their damn chicken. And nor they ain't washing their damn legs either in the shower.
Bro, I heard a
They ain't use
Target.
a washcloth. They get in the shower with their bare ass hands and just spray Old Spice.
Y'all fucking smell like pennies and shit.
Walk around and smell like pennies and wet dog. Ain't be washing y'all legs or using a washcloth.
A washcloth. I saw a fake Target ad for Juneteenth. I thought it was real though. And then they started talking about smoke alarms.
Oh yeah.
The battery's not included. I was like, no way, this is real. But it sounded Crazy, dude. AI is nuts.
AI is nuts.
I saw these.
Yeah, I think the
AI
chicken washing thing. I've heard like mixed reports on that. I've heard like conflicting ideas on washing the chicken. So because like when you hear people say like talking about washing chicken, you imagine somebody taking like a whole ass chicken over to the sink and running it under the faucet, right?
Yeah, I've also seen people busting out soap and shit.
I've seen. I don't know what's real, dude. I mean, it seems like if you like hit a chicken with the faucet or the spray nozzle, you're just gonna like, end up spraying fucking like raw chicken juice everywhere, and everybody gonna get their tummy sick. But I've also heard, I've read on Twitter and heard like black people say that when they talk about washing chicken, it's just like a black expression for what we would actually call brining chicken.
Huh.
Where they like put the chicken in some mixture of like water and lemon juice and vinegar and then let it sit there. And then when it's done, they give it like a light rinse or pat it off, or I don't know.
Black people also be letting the dishes soak. You notice that? Hey, they soaking. They soaking.
I don't know if that's a black people. I think that's just like a man thing. It's just like some guy because we don't want to fucking wash dishes.
Never let nothing soak. You just scrub it harder.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always just been like, well, they got to soak first. They got to soak for at least 2 weeks.
For at least a week.
The dishes need to soak for at least a week before they're ready to wash.
My plumbing's all backed up at the house.
You're plumbing right now, dude?
Oh, it's terrible, bro. Every time.
Dude, ain't it always, it's always something, ain't it?
Paying an arm and a leg for this fucking rental, and
that's a great way to lose weight, though.
What?
Cutting off your arm and your leg. That'd be a great way to drop some lbs if you cut off them ham hocks.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something you want to think about.
No, bro. Could you imagine waking up looking like the goddamn butterfly effect? You know how traumatizing that shit was as a kid?
You and I, every time we wake up, we do look like Ethan Suplee in Butterfly.
Yeah.
When we wake up, we're like, oh, it's just like Butterfly Effect. I'm fat as shit.
God.
Yeah, I'm fat and I'm goth.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. So your plumbing is backed up.
It's terrible, man.
Yeah. What about how's everything else? What have you been doing? Like, is everything good now? Are you on solid ground?
I mean, not really, man. I'm in a job that I don't particularly like. That's not paying me as well as I've been paid in the past.
Sal, you got to look at this. Craig said Sal is so in debt, even his shirt has bills on it. That's good. That's a bar, dude. Everybody misses you, Sal. They love you. Some people actually are kind of mad at you right now, but
I'm sorry, bro. What do you want me to do?
Read all that.
We had a yard sale today.
Damn, you sold the whole thing?
A bunch of shit. I mean, I got to meet some of my neighbors. I guess this morning, one of the neighbors pulled a gun on the other neighbor, and there was cops all up and down my street.
Was this a dispute over an old juicer you were trying to get rid of?
No, it was before the yard sale, but then those neighbors came to the yard sale, and they were talking about it, and I was like, oh, shit, that was you?
Hmm.
And then they bought a copy of The Last Action Hero for $1 on DVD.
Damn, you got rid of your DVD?
I don't even have a DVD player. I'm honestly, the fact that somebody would pay for those is like amazing.
Well, there's a lot of people nowadays who are swear by physical media.
Who?
I don't know. There's just this growing sentiment.
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Well, I kind of get it. There's like a concern that people have regarding digital media that.
Why it's a giant library of cinema at like your fingertips. You don't have to have physical inventory.
I guess the idea, I get where they're coming from. It's not as like I guess I'm not as much of like a.
What do you want to put in a DVD and like go to the
I guess I'm not as sentimental about it. For me, the convenience means more than actually owning it and have, because it seems like their concern is that first off, you don't actually own any of the things that you're like paying for.
But dude, think about all the times in your life you bought a movie. How many
Sure.
times did you watch it and then it's just sitting there and you try to sell it and you take it to fucking pawn it or whatever?
It's not applicable to you considering like just what yours and mine, like our values are. But the people who I guess your neighbor who
you don't own anything anymore. You got to have all your movies physically owned. Like,
I think your neighbor values Last Action Hero as it was printed on that DVD.
Oh, really? Because then he would go get a fucking cassette.
Because one of the growing concerns about like digital media is that without you being aware, being updated, or told that this is happening, that whatever platform actually owns the thing that you're like licensing from them, they can edit it without you realizing it. And so there's people who have caught that online. Like they'll go to watch something on Netflix and be like, "Oh, this isn't." Netflix has actually edited this in some way. This is not like how it is on the DVD. You know,
I guess
it just depends. Look, it just depends on what your values are. Like, what is it you care about? What is important to you?
Not having all that garbage, like owning all those DVDs and shit. That's important to me.
Yeah, this is probably true. What Craig said. People love you so much when you're not here, they start to resent you. Whereas if Dave was absent, people would love him.
People really don't like Dave, huh?
He's polarizing. He's perfect for podcasting because like there's people that like him and there's people that fucking hate him, and he'd be scaring the hoes. But he also is like he's a go-getter. He's a hustler. Like he's reaching out to people and booking guests and like actually really helping the channel. So
can he be our new man? What happened to our fucking manager?
I don't know. I have no clue what happened to
He
Robert.
fell off the face of the earth.
He fell off, and then he like in the last however many months, he's like he and I have communicated a couple times, and I was like, "Oh, you're alive? Hey, yeah, how's everything?" And he said he's doing well, and he's like working on something. And then I don't hear from him, and then like I'll just see on Twitter every now and then, like he is kind of like he's still there. He's like doing things, but yeah, as far as
who runs our Twitter.
The Twitter account that says Cornfed,
yeah,
that's Robert,
our manager,
our business manager. Yeah.
Okay. So is he posting on that?
No, he'll just retweet shit every now and then respond to things, and I'll see it, and I'll just be like, well, I guess it's good that he's still alive.
Well, I got 1,002 followers on Twitter.
That's good, man. You cracked 1K. You cracked 1,000.
I lost my check mark though. I didn't pay for it.
You got to sit closer to the microphone. You can't keep leaning back like that.
I lost my check mark because I stopped paying for it.
Right. Well,
you don't get 10K.
How'd I get to 10K? Well,
that's funny.
What
I'm
is
your pinned tweet?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. You want to read that for the chat, for the audience?
WTF? Just got my dick sucked by Kirby and he shrunk.
That's a good. Yeah, I'm proud of that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah. Well, I got a lot of the followers I have was because I did a lot of big podcasts like 4 years ago. So I was on Legion of Skanks and Are You Garbage, and I was on Real Ass Podcasts a bunch, and so that was how a lot of people found me.
It is weird that we're older than Superman.
We are old, dude. I had to look that up. That fucking the new Superman, David Corenswet. We're older.
Just the concept of Superman, like if he was in a comic today, he wouldn't be any older than 30.
Yeah, he's like 30. So it's like that freaked me out when I saw that headline that said that he said that actor David Corenswet said my favorite superhero movie when I was a kid was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and I go, wait a second,
he's 50 now.
I was like, I was a kid when that came out, and I was like, I hope I'm not older than Superman. And so I looked it up, and I'm older than Superman.
That happened in sports. I remember that happened years ago, where I realized like all these guys are in their 20s, man, and it's like, yeah, you would not like That's the only thing stopping me from playing professional sports. My age. I'm like, I guess I missed the boat. You know what I mean?
Well, no, dude,
I could still be a baseball. I could be a killer baseball player with my body.
You should go try out. Go to open try.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about doing just. I'll start with the minors.
You could be the Mark Wahlberg Invincible of baseball.
I was thinking more like the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, you could do that.
Remember that kid where the kid breaks his arm and all of a sudden it's like.
Yeah, and he's really good at pitching. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna get me a cold pop.
Okay. Dalton went crazy, but I still call him Superman. I like that. That guy's dying now, isn't he? The 3 Doors Down guy. He's got like some kind of cancer. Man, I tell you what, I know 20 years later, we understand manufacturing consent, like what the government and the media did to us after 9/11. As far as when it comes to the Iraq War, the Iraq invasion, that they like manipulated the narrative and tricked us into approving of the Iraq War, right? So I get that, and I feel like a lot of us are pretty hip to that now. But every now and then, I'll go on YouTube and watch like a compilation video of Iraq War footage set to When I Come Home by 3 Doors Down, and it takes me right back to 2003. Where I'm like, it's good that we're invading Iraq.
Oh, that's my favorite subject on YouTube is Iraq.
Yeah. The 3 Doors Down guy, he's got some kind of, I think he said he has lung cancer.
3 Doors Down?
Yeah. Hold on. There's 3 different 3 bands. There's 3 Doors Down,
Third Eye Blind,
and 3 Days Grace.
Yeah.
But 3 Doors Down is the one I'm thinking of.
But there's also the Doors.
There's also the Doors, but that's not
Shine Down. There's also Shine Down.
There's the Doors and there's Shine Down, but that's not to be confused with 3 Doors Down.
Right.
Which is sort of the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance of the Doors and Shine Down.
I don't want to come back down from this high. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, dude. There's like a lot of that music from that era just all kind of just blends together. What are you drinking? HEB root beer? Is that zero sugar?
Should be illegal.
0 sugar root beer.
I mean, the fact that HEB's like printing their own fucking money, basically.
$80.
Bro, that is crazy how these stores.
I got a Nicaragua.
You open a grocery store, you carry all the products everyone knows and loves, but on the side, you're like, yo, we also make like our own shit with our own, you know what I mean, like Kirkland's or Great Value. And that's how they make, dude, a ton of money doing that. What are you trying to throw up?
No, when I got off of work, I kind of passed out and I had trouble waking up from my nap. And I was like really groggy and felt like completely drained of all of my powers. And then I realized I'm like severely dehydrated because all I've had to drink today is Coke Zero.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's water in it.
Yeah, there's water in it. Yeah, I gotta take Lily up on this. That we got to do the Billionaire Podcast Network and start some merch. Cornfed, Crowder Boys.
I mean, come on, bro.
She's offering to run the audio feed too. Damn. Yeah, I'll hit up Lily about that. Yeah, because I guess the original agreement was we were just gonna like keep doing shows, and then Robert was gonna work on some shit behind the scenes, and then like I'm not mad, shit, life happens, but then we just didn't hear from him, and now like people get mad at me because I don't update the audio feed enough. And I guess I forget that. Yeah, I guess like a lot of people don't want to like pull up a YouTube video and hit play. They want to pull up Apple Podcasts and hit play. So I got to fix that. But I guess Lily, we can get Lily on board. She can use her AI magic. What's this?
When it came to dreams, we had to keep scraping by. Oh, qué calor, qué calor, qué calor.
The fuck are you doing, man?
You know what I'm doing.
Oh,
Piragua, piragua.
Nubla que vais piragua, piragua, piragua. So sweet and nice piragua. Tengo de mango, tengo de parcha, de piña y de fresa. Tengo de china, de limón, de peso y de peseta. Hey, piragua, piragua. Nubla que vais piragua, piragua.
This is Indie Heights.
Yeah.
So sweet and nice piragua.
Oh shit,
It's
man.
hotter than the islands are today.
Just enjoy it.
And Mr. Softy's trying to shut me down.
Whew.
But I
Menacing.
keep scraping by till I can say, hey, Bana, I run this town. Piragua, piragua. Keep scraping my piragua, piragua, piragua. Keep scraping my piragua. Keep scraping by, keep scraping by. Lie, no, no, lie, lie, no, no, lie. Keep scraping by, keep scraping by. No, no, lie. Keep scraping by.
Qué calor, qué calor, qué calor.
You like this?
Dude, yeah, it's one of my favorite musicals.
Yeah, this is.
See, on Broadway, he plays the lead, but in the movie, he just plays the shaved ice guy.
Yeah, that's Lin Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
Hamilton. It's just one of those days. Is that? It's just one of
It's
those
just
days.
one of those days where you don't want to wake up.
Thing is fucked. My name is
Everybody
Hamilton. What is this? $2 from Josephus. The Silent Cigar Review Show Stogie Witch. Are you like
God,
pitching?
the chat is so mad at me.
Are you pitching a show you want to do, or is this something I'm supposed to look up? Why is the chat mad at you, Sal? Maybe they should give us more super chats.
This is a very anti-musicals group, which is fine. They're not for everyone.
I think it's that Lin-Manuel Miranda is just fucking corny, dude. I mean,
Musicals are corny.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like that better than anything I heard from Hamilton.
Musicals are corny though. Like you can't really do
Musicals
musicals
are
and not be
kind of
corny.
musicals do be kind of corny.
He couldn't do anything else but what he does. You know what I mean?
Them white boys be tweaking on Broadway.
Yeah, man.
You know. I mean, but I don't hate music. I like musicals actually. They're fun. A little singing, a little dancing.
God, how do people not like Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Yeah, Sal, you're living in a fucking bubble, dude. You're living underneath Lin-Manuel's veranda because
I'd suck his dick.
yeah, because like people do be thinking he's really corny. And his like that Hamilton is so like laughably like the whole premise of Hamilton is so laughable because it's like, okay, so this fucking musical where it's like a bunch of Puerto Ricans and blacks about like the founding fathers, and it just like conveniently leaves out like slavery.
No, it doesn't. It mentions slavery a bunch of times.
Does it?
Yeah. You gotta watch it, buddy.
I listened to it.
You listened to one song with a group of friends, and to fit in, you also made fun of it with them.
No, the people I
Had
knew.
you stumbled upon Hamilton on your
I'm
own,
telling you, when Hamilton came out, everyone I was hanging around with at that time
was making fun of it.
No, they fucking loved it, dude. It was all those fucking improv people at the Dallas Comedy House. The only people that like spoke out against it were Paulos, who is actually black, and our late friend, because I say he's late because he's dead now, Clint Worth.
Clint died? Oh, we've already gone over this.
Clint died years ago, dude.
And I've rediscovered this like every year since.
Yeah, anytime he gets brought up, you're like, Clint died. It's like he's been dead for like 5 or 6 years now.
Remourn the death of Clint every year.
It was very sad how because he was like our age
awesome.
now. I think he was only, how old are you, Sal?
34.
Yeah, he was 35, I think, when he died. 35 or
Ugh,
36.
God, that sucks.
Yeah, so it's I don't know if you're have the same risks that he had. Like if you were, I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. I mean, I know he. Let's not speak of the dead. We should just let the nothing you can do about it. Drew Huntley 999. My sister's was on Coast to Coast Radio saying dumb Lady Brain still probably play Korean military march with Daft Punk dubbed over. Okay, I'll do that. But I don't know what is this that Josephus was mentioning, the Silent Cigar Review show. Oh, what I was saying, by the way, Sal, get off your phone. Sal, focus on the show. I need at least 15 more minutes.
Dude, I'm listening.
I need 15. Yeah, but I need Sal. I feel like when you're looking down at your phone, it's you saying you don't respect.
Oh, I just let out the biggest fart of my life.
You don't respect me. You don't respect the show. You don't respect the Billionaire Podcast Network. Ka-ching, bing, 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 bing. Did he fill her up?
Yeah, what happened to that, dude? What happened to that?
The soundboard?
Why don't you be consistent?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, give me a second.
People really liked that.
What? The soundboard?
Yeah, bro.
Well, the thing is, we started streaming, and then I couldn't figure out for the longest time how to get the soundboard to work with streaming. Because before,
you know what we need? We need a tech support that just dedicated to the podcast, like a hotline we can call.
That's what Lily is offering us. She's the tech witch, the digital witch, Lily Abernathy.
Lily's not even a real person.
She is real.
Lily herself is AI.
No, Lily is realer than real, dude. She's more human than human.
You seen her tits?
Yeah, they're good.
Really?
Yeah. Very perky.
Are they AI generated?
No. So hold on. I got to make sure that the software is it. Hold on. Let me see.
EA Sal. It's in the game.
Hold on a second. So I got the loop back turned on. Let's see if this works. Is that coming through?
No.
You didn't hear that?
It sounded like shit.
Sound like shit. Damn, dude. I don't know how to get it to.
Oh, and you want to give me shit, bro?
I'm not giving you shit.
You can't even play our
I'm just saying, you look down at your phone and it's distracting
for 2
me.
seconds.
You want to keep getting fucking paid for this? I need you to.
I haven't been paid in months.
You haven't been on the show in months.
Fair, but I'm here now.
Let me see here. Hold on. Maybe if I turn this off. Let me try it now. All right, so let's see. How's this?
Dude, I love that.
Is that better?
Yeah, that made me happy.
That came through?
Yeah, it came through.
Okay, so that means I just had to turn off the thing that says reduce mic background noise.
We just learned that.
Yeah, there's no reason to have that on in StreamYard because that's all built into the mixer. So I didn't even know that was a thing. I just clicked on the settings.
Into the mix.
That's probably why like my fucking microphone like cuts out if I start laughing or anything. Because that fucking bullshit is turned on in the
Q42069.
All right. What about this? Let's see. So I got to make some new sounds for it, but how about, does this come through?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all coming through now?
Yeah, it sounds perfect.
What's up, y'all? You know what time it is? It's about to be that time.
Yeah, but you gotta update these.
I gotta make new sounds. I gotta get into the lab and cook and cut together some new sounds. That's crazy, dude. I just had to turn that fucking setting off.
Yeah, it sounds good.
The N-word.
The N-word. Benizzi. Yes. Ooh, dude, we're back firing on all cylinders.
We are back in a big, big way, dude.
Benizzi.
Oh, yeah, and remember this?
Word alert.
Yep, I do.
Word alert. Word alert. Whoa, word alert.
Whoa, word alert.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that was a fart. Okay, yeah, that's fun. Okay, so I'll cut some new sounds together. We'll have a cracking soundboard.
Can you get the Seinfeld? Bum bum bum.
Bum bum ba-dum, bum.
Yeah. We need that. Right, start writing these down, bro. Let's start a list, soundboard ideas, and pull up an Excel sheet.
That's a fun one.
Wait, do the last. What'd you do?
This
Before
one?
that? Jarvis. Show me this man's penis.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
That's a good one. Let's see. What else? What is this? This one just says squirting.
If you don't know what squirting is, it's the emission of fluid from the urethra or the pee tube during sexual arousal or orgasm.
Okay.
Nice.
That's informative.
Squirt is piss, though, right?
Yeah.
But not like. What if squirting was like when actual like squirt came out, like the beverage?
Oh, grapefruit soda?
Yeah,
that'd be good.
That'd be awesome. Squirt in this.
That's the only other fluid I can imagine that would be better than piss.
Yeah.
If I'm having sex with a woman and she blasts some kind of fluid out of her pussy, it better either be piss or grapefruit soda.
So I came across these Playgirl magazines, which is dudes.
Yeah, I bet you did, dude. You fucking probably got them all sticky.
They're in my closet. I snatched
across
them. My point is, bro, when you look at these magazines, the penises are so small. These are like from the 70s. Like we could be in Playgirl magazine. They're hairy and small.
Okay. Should we audition? Should we go to the...
We'd have to go back in time, but I'm saying like that was our time to be alive.
Yeah, you think we were born too late to have small penises?
Yeah, I mean, bro, I'll show you some pictures afterwards. Like, I'm like, that's the smallest little hairy dick I've ever seen.
Go ahead, send me some pictures of small dicks.
Okay. From the 70s,
yeah, go ahead and send me as many pictures of small cocks as you want.
Yeah. We should do a sexy calendar for the podcast.
No, because fucking that was like Stav's thing for years. I don't want.
Oh, really?
I want to try and like distance myself from anybody like being able to accuse me.
Well, it's good that you know everything about them, so you can steer us clear of that.
Fuck you, man. Man, fuck you.
That's good. You're gonna be our Cumtown correspondent, our expert.
Well, I mean, come on, man. We play to an audience of like people on the internet, so they would, even if I also was not like if I was not like them and knew a bunch about these shows, they would call us that. They'd be like, "Oh, you're just copying," or blah blah blah.
Do you think
and then
they know about this show?
No, I don't. I doubt that any of those guys know about this show.
Do you think
but
Stavros knows who you are?
Stavros does know who I am because we've met. Like, he probably doesn't remember me, but somewhere in his mind, tucked away in a dark alley of his brain, is an interaction he had with me one time. So,
how you gonna say I'm fat, bro?
Do what?
How you gonna say I'm fat? The chat just said I'm fat.
I mean, you are, by all accounts and like science, still fat, but
I'm 280.
Yeah, man. That's that. Look, trust me, as a fat guy, I'm happy for you that you've lost that much weight. But for like the regular world, normal people, that is quite overweight. I don't think they were asking you to go. I mean, go ahead and pop it off. Yeah.
I didn't want to have to do this. Put the shirts off.
Damn, you look sexy.
Thank you.
Very swarthy, very Italian. Okay, the Silent Cigar Review Show is Josephus's show. So that's
everyone take their shirts off in the chat.
I guess he just wants to come on the network, maybe. Well, let's see what the show is. Sal, how you feeling?
Cold.
You feel cold?
No, I'm all right.
You just took your clothing off.
I'm upset with the
No,
chat.
it's summertime in Texas. You you need to brace yourself for the elements. Dude, summertime in Texas fucking sucks, dude. Is it hot where you are?
It was like 95 degrees today.
Yeah, dude. It's like 199 degrees when you're doing it with me, doing it with me. You ever listen to that, lady?
Someone said I'm 280, like 80.
Yeah, you're 280. You be eating. Let's see. This is Josephus' show.
Do YouTube things.
I like that.
Science Guy Review Show.
Are we watching someone else's show?
Daddy Arbuckle.
Yeah, he paid for it. It's a Connecticut rap.
This is him, though? This is our viewer?
Yeah, this is Josephus. Ooh, I like that. That looks fun.
Tres tortugas.
Tres tortugas.
A slow, steady, consistent experience, unlike anything you've ever experienced. Every time you experience
This feels like a fever dream.
Yeah, dude, this feels like a Tim and Eric sketch.
This is like one of the, like when Tony was sick and he had all those dreams
Silly
of The
rabbit.
Sopranos.
Chicks are for kids.
That's all, Smokes.
Our true enemy has yet to reveal himself.
Well, that was good.
That was trippy as fuck.
Yeah. Looks like he made the really got a lot of use out of the presets in iMovie.
He used every feature he could in the program that he made that with.
Yeah.
Like he went down the list. He's like, all right, hold on, I gotta hit this one.
It was like long enough that it kept going. That's where it started to feel a Tim and Eric thing, where I was like, "Oh, is the joke that it's just going to keep going?"
Tres amigos, ay.
But no, he really wanted to show off some cool. I mean, the cigars did look cool.
But he didn't review it.
He didn't really review it. Well, I mean, there at the end, he said that it was good cigar, but it was mostly just like. Yeah, I guess like giving you the specifications and then showing you what it looked like, and then like
in a way, he did a YouTube thing.
The 12-bar blues riff on top of it.
Yeah, when it says do YouTube things, I mean he did a YouTube thing.
He did the damn thing. And then what is this? Oh, Korean military march with Daft Punk up. I think we watched this.
Well, if my background doesn't get us pulled from the North Korean streams, then this is gonna.
Yeah, dude, I think North Korea might actually be awesome. Like, I think the real propaganda, like the real
is everyone
deceit,
saying it sucks?
Yeah, I think the real deceit is on our side. Like us being told that North Korea is like this really miserable, horrible, despotic country ruled by a megalomaniac, evil dictator. I think they want us to believe that so that we don't see the truth, which is that communism works. And that North Korea is a paradise on this earth. And they don't want us to see that. Because it would disprove like the last probably 60 or 70 years of American American imperialism, or like trying to stamp out any semblance of communism or socialism for the purposes of extracting as much capital from the planet as possible and generating profit. You know what I mean? So they hide it from us that the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, what we know of as North Korea, is actually a new Garden of Eden. They don't want us to know that all the things they've been telling us would never work anywhere have been operating perfectly in North Korea. And it would shatter our perception of reality.
What about Chinese spy balloons?
What about them?
What's up with them?
Well, they do play joke. So you want to be careful. If you see one, be sure to cover up your Coca-Cola.
They go pee-pee in your Coke?
If those Chinese tricksters have sent out one of their balloons.
The Chinese are so crazy.
Yeah, dude, the Chinese do be crazy.
All Asians are just like, whoa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a lot of them. That's their name. Whoa.
God, if I went over there, bro, I'd be a fucking star.
You would be.
First of all, none of them could stop me from doing anything.
Patrick Star.
Hey, SpongeBob.
It's not the North Korean military. I think it's the Chinese military. I don't know. Or is it this one? Hold on one second. I think this is it. Folks, welcome to the show. Sal and I are getting our sea legs back. Sal's been absent, but he texted me and said, I desperately need Patreon money. And I said, we got to do the show. You got to come back.
Yeah, guys. And I'm going to be poor. I literally had a yard sale today. I sold the shirt off my back. I bet you if you just took all the female U.S. soldiers, they could overtake like North Korea.
It's a good song.
Dude, none of those people have any muscle mass, though. Look, they're all frail, skinny ladies. Why are they on the street then? I thought everyone's gun is pointed at someone's head.
Oh, yeah.
Me so horny.
Me so horny. Me so horny. Okay, that's enough of that.
Yeah, that sucked. You guys couldn't sit through a fucking musical number?
We sat through the whole musical number.
And you want to watch...
Oh, how I want to be in that number. Folks, Sal and I will be at Skankfest New Orleans this when is it?
Are we
November?
really?
Yeah, we're gonna be there.
Wait, do you
We're
really
gonna be
need
we're
to?
gonna be in the Body Brain Bungalow.
Are we really having the show there?
Yeah, we're gonna be performing a live corn fed in the Body Brain Bungalow.
Are you
At,
fucking with me?
no. Lewis actually extended an invitation to us, and he said, "I can get you in the Body Brain Bungalow." And so
That's fucking cool.
we're gonna be performing inside the Body Brain Bungalow at Skankfest New Orleans.
That's what's up, bro. Let me get I gotta get my travel arrangements.
Yeah, you gotta get a passport.
Yeah. That's nuts. Are we getting paid?
Well, in Body Brain,
Just an exposure.
yeah, we're getting paid in Body Brain sachets.
Wait, are we really gonna do this?
I'm joking, dude. Lewis has not reached out about Skankfest, but the Body Brain Bungalow is real. That's a real thing. That's one of the performing
All right, I'm
spaces.
getting off.
You done?
Yeah, that was not nice.
Okay, I'm sorry to do that to you. I'm sorry to offer you a glimmer of hope in your your desperate, seemingly deteriorating life. I mean, and then to yank that away from you was very cruel of me to do. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, I really thought we had done something.
Yeah. No, yeah, the Body Brain Bungalow is across the street from the Better Help box this year. I mean, Sal, it's not look, I'll say this. It's not outside the realm of possibility. There is a non-zero chance that we might be able to cajole Lewis into something at Skankfest. Maybe even just like a couple passes, like guest passes. So I mean, it's like, I guess like if I or somebody if like one of me, Robbie, or Crack reached out to him, that might be a possibility. But I don't want to get your hopes up because like I try not to bother him. You know, he's a busy man. So like I guess like realistically, let's just say we're not performing at Skankfest and we don't have any tickets or passes. But there is a non-zero chance that we could at least go.
You see how upset I am?
I see it. Yeah, I see that little pout you're doing. Are you just wanting to leave to have sex?
Yo, Crack. How do you know that?
Crack knows the glimmer in a man's eye that signals that he wants to bust a fat nut inside of his wife's ass.
How'd you know that?
Oh, that's just a wild guess, my friend.
Damn,
Just
bro,
a hunch.
we are about to do it in the butt.
You ain't got to tell us that shit, man. Come on. Don't reveal all the family secrets.
Well, it's all right.
It's
not how you make a family.
Look, corn-fed Sundays are back. Me and Sal are back.
Hey guys, listen. It all is up to you to get us there. You know what I mean?
It's up to you, the fans, the chat, the audience, all of y'all, to get us on the road to Skankfest New Orleans, performing in the Body Brain Bungalow at Skankfest New Orleans.
Isn't that a fucking Coheed and Cambria album?
Body Brain Bungalow?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned Coheed because that's like one of the things that Lewis mentions constantly is that I think he went to high school with Claudio Sanchez.
Wait, Crack, you're gonna be there?
Crack is performing there, yeah.
What the fuck?
Crack is tight with Lewis. Like Crack is the darling of the Gas Digital Network. So Crack is performing at every Skankfest in perpetuity.
Man, it's got to be exciting, huh?
And that's the only perp that Crack is these days is perpetuity. From perpetuity, the Crack Amico story. Sal's your favorite band, Coheed and Hambria?
It's Boarhead.
Boarhead?
Boarhead and Cambria.
Boarshead and Hambria.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was trying to say.
That's cool, man.
Dalton Lewis says we're invited. Open invitation.
Yeah, I guess Lewis. I don't know. Yeah, it's funny you said Cody though, because there's like some Lewis will like he'll mention that like regularly. That I think he went to Claudio Sanchez was part of his like prom party or something. He's got a picture of him when they were in high school. You know, Claudio, the front man for Coheed, right?
Correct. Let me do 5 minutes.
The giant Puerto Rican fella that sings like a 12-year-old boy.
Let me just do 5 minutes before you crack. Please.
So I posted this was actually in the Crowder Boys Patreon. This is just to give everybody an update, just to see where people are at with podcasting these days. And Sal, did you disappear? Are you there? Oh, you're there. So I was just trying to see like where people's heads are at with podcasting. I'm seeing like, is it like it's still mostly an audio thing? You'll be getting this shit from Apple and Spotify, or is YouTube good? How y'all be feeling? And I've been informed by a few people that they really only use like the podcast apps, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Overcast, or whatever. And so that's on me. Now I do feel kind of bad now about dropping the ball on maintaining the audio feed.
You dropped a ball on them.
So considering that, like, if I'm going to make a product for people, the product being a show that's entertainment that is, can be enjoyed on YouTube or audio feeds, that I should maintain the audio feed for the folks who need it. And so I'm going to fix that. I got to go through and convert some files and like get everything up to date. And then I'm going to make sure moving forward that the audio feed is updated with regularity, in conjunction with as we stream. So it'll probably be that like what will happen, I got to get everything back in alignment. And then moving forward, what'll happen is like we'll stream live on one day, whatever day of the week it is for whatever show. And then the audio will be updated the next day, because it takes like a day to get the file to convert and all that.
All right, I love you guys.
So I just wanted to let everyone know I am thinking about you. I mean, ideally, everybody would just use YouTube, because Crack is right. All of us, basically Zoomers, use YouTube for everything. But considering that there is a consumer base out there that sticks with the audio apps, and that is valuable to me, because I care about you and I care about making money. I'll make sure that there is the product is available however you need it. So I just got to get everything like fixed. And then we're going to try to stick to like a schedule, a routine moving forward. Because though they're I don't have access to all the fancy production of a lot of these CIA operative shows like Theo Vaughn and Joe Rogan and all that. I got heart. I have gumption and I have gusto, and I've drive. I'm driven. And so that's what matters. But with that,
we're data driven.
Yeah, considering that, I do have to put in the work to just make sure everybody's happy,
Okay, but I'll be here, okay? I'll be here along the way.
And Sal's gonna keep doing the show. Sal, if you do a Patreon with me this week.
I thought this was it.
This is not a Patreon, no. This is Sunday Corn Fed, the show we've always done, this free feed. If you do a Patreon with me, that will really assure me that you care about the show, that you're invested, and I'll send you some Patreon money.
All right, deal. I gotta go to bed though.
All right, good night, Sal.
And Drew, I'll top off with 5 minutes on the next show since you paid for it.
Okay. Oh shit, man! What did Drew say? 5 minutes of stand up from Sal. Also, I'm shirtless as the audience.
So we'll do 5 on the next show.
All right. Well, I wish I'd seen that before this. All right, so next Sunday it's going to start with Sal doing 5 minutes of stand-up comedy.
I need to prepare.
Subscribe to the Patreon, everybody. We're gonna do a Patreon soon. I'll upload a little bonus there as well. So there's content galore, folks, and that's what matters these days. Patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton.
It's not, we're not actually having butt sex.
Sal, enjoy having butt sex.
It's not
your
real.
Wife. Enjoy sodomizing your wife, Sal, and that's the show. Good night, everybody.